I need that from you guys.
Well, this guy's been on the air every day. That's what people
know,
have asked too. It's like, we're working.
Really? Hey, shout out people, man.
We're gonna figure it out for next year. But this guy's been on the air every day. My guy Chris
been tough.
Been grinding.
Yeah.
King's
you too, man. You too. Come on.
With the word, different words, written words, not spoken.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead.
I love this.
Yeah.
We haven't seen each other in a while.
Go ahead, let it rip, man.
Yeah.
We're just catching up.
No, well, what do you?
How'd you feel about the series?
Oh, nice.
What series?
Good question.
What series? Yeah, I'm
the one on your shirt.
That's
man.
that's a joke.
It's like Panthers Bruins. No, it's crazy.
Well, Frank's got into hockey recently.
Nick Cattle's listening.
Yeah, gosh.
The Bruins.
The Bruins.
Yeah,
that honestly made me feel better. That made me feel better watching that. The Bruins. I'm like, imagine how these fans feel. Like,
I know. Could you imagine, dude, getting the most wins anyone has ever had in a regular season, and then not winning a championship, dude?
Yeah.
Like winning the most games ever, and blowing a 3-1 lead, being the first team to blow a 3-1 lead in the finals in the same year.
Dude,
can you fathom that?
I can't.
That'd be crazy.
I totally can't fathom.
Has that ever happened to you?
That's never happened to me, especially not in 2016.
I don't know if Frank would be able to handle that.
No. I was a kid and I had to watch the Yankees blow 3-0, and I wept. I cried at Round Table Pizza. I was inconsolable.
I actually did the same thing. It was only a couple years ago.
I didn't cry. I went to a dark space though, bro. I
can't imagine. Like, that's one of those things where it's like you have to not watch any sports for 2 weeks, couple weeks.
I texted my boss because I had a coworker at the time who was a Cavs fan. I was like, "Can I not come in tomorrow?" Yeah. And he's like, "You got to come in." All right, man.
Take a sick day, man. That's for when your team inevitably blows a massive lead in the playoffs. That's what the sick days are for.
At least there wasn't video of you actually reacting to your heart being taken out of your chest watching your team play like there was for me here.
What happened?
What?
This was during the City Tottenham Champions League game, and City had the winning goal, and then it got turned over because of VAR.
Oh, that's right.
Love that for you,
and
Chris.
I was told, hey, we thought it would be funny to post it, but you were so heartbroken, we couldn't even do that to you. So the video was deleted.
I clearly was not in charge of social media at that time and point, because I would have posted that thing 12 times.
Engagement.
Ouch. That's
tough stuff.
I'm really sorry, guys.
We're really opening a lot of wounds.
All right, here we go.
Anyway.
All right, OG Anunoby.
Yep.
So I love the OG Anunoby idea for the Kings, right?
Mm-hmm.
OG is a terrific player. He's only 25.
Great defender.
Excellent defender, 1 through 5.
Yeah.
One of the best defenders, most versatile defenders in the league.
Can knock down some threes.
This year, shot 38% from 3 this year. He's 37.5% for his career. Led the league in steals with 1.9 a game.
Yep.
He was 17, 5, and 2 while playing elite, all defense, quality defense.
And a stat Mike Brown would love: top 3 in the league in deflections.
Oof.
How about that?
Give him the chain.
Good stat.
Give him the chain.
So this is the kind of player we're talking about, though, for the Kings. OG is a guy who can score. He's going to knock down a 3. And when Steph Curry has 34 points through 3 quarters, you go, okay, shut that faucet off.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
with some real length and size. Right. That's where Davion lacks.
And you're not playing where you feel 4-on-5 on offense. OG can score the ball.
Absolutely.
Right. The problem is, and this is what you guys were kicking around at the break.
All sounds great.
I love the idea. But those conversations with the Raptors, a rebuilding team, very likely start with Keegan Murray.
Absolutely.
Yes. They probably start and end there, I'd imagine.
I was going to say, I don't think that they do the deal without him. I can't imagine.
Right. So they're calling and they're saying, so Monty McNair calls and says, hey, what do you want for OG? The Raptors are going, okay, well, it starts with Keegan. That's, after that, though, what is it, Davion?
I think that would, let me first and foremost, I'm not comfortable with giving up Keegan Murray. I think he was showing some flashes in the playoffs. So let me start with that before I move further on. I'm not comfortable with including him in the steal.
No, I'm not saying this is what they have to do. I'm trying to lay out what it has to look like.
Yeah, but I think Keegan and Davion probably gets it done, in my opinion.
And the money works.
I think the money works. The only problem I have in looking at his contract situation is he is young and he has 2 years left on his deal. One of those is a player option. So let's say he does come to Sacramento, and I think Sacramento right now is in a very good spot as far as players that have come here want to stay here. You've heard of him, Trey Lyles, Sabonis, Malik. I think Malik is someone who want to be here at past his last year of his deal next year. What if it backfires and you trade 2 young controllable players in Keegan Murray and Davion Mitchell, who both have 5, 6, 7 years of control? They both have to go through restricted free agency for OG, who could be a free agent come a year from right now. That's the only fear.
Yeah. I think also for me to build upon that is, I don't know if OG's a needle mover. Like, I don't know if getting OG Anunoby, like, he's a phenomenal role player. Like, everything 16, 5, 1, gets deflections. That's all fantastic. But for what we just saw in the playoffs, I don't know if OG is necessarily somebody that you're going to rely on. I don't know if that's somebody that, when you think about what Keegan can provide, maybe what Davion can provide against we saw the perfect matchup, him going against Steph. Like, yeah, you can use OG as that Davion replacement, but I just don't know if you can get you would have to, it's not OG and that's the answer. All your problems are solved. You still need a lot of guys on the back end that would need to kind of supplement. I mean, Keegan Murray just shot 40% in his rookie year from 3. Like, that's not something, who knows what he's going to grow.
You're
to
expecting
be on.
An ascension.
Exactly. And I'm just not sure. I'm not sure that it's worth, because also Davion and Keegan is a good start, but OG, from what I understood at the deadline last year, they were asking for multiple first-round picks on top of players as well. So that's where it's like, I'm not sure that's worth it. And I know the Kings now are hoping to not be in those lottery situations, but we just got incredibly fortunate with health this year. If De'Aaron goes down, if Sabonis goes down, if OG Anunoby, somebody who the reason why he wasn't drafted highly was because he has 2 bad knees, goes down next year and they lose 40 games, like, that's then a really, really high asking price.
And this reeks of the type of move, and I'm not disparaging OG Anunoby as a player.
No, there's just
this
risk.
is the type of move that would knock the Kings off that course that we were just talking about.
Right.
Where that's the type of move that it's like, all right, pushing chips into the table, no more Davion, no more Keegan Murray.
Right.
Okay, so he's an upgrade over Harrison Barnes.
Right.
Okay, that's great.
What happens with Keegan Murray?
But what does it look like, to Frankie's point, what does that look like in 5 years?
Yeah.
And that's where OG's probably going to get maxed out by whatever team signs them.
Yeah.
And he feels like the kind of player, like Cam Johnson is another player we were kind of talking about yesterday. Cam Johnson's a restricted free agent.
Yeah.
If you're cashing out Cam Johnson, a really good player, he can be a role player on a title team. We saw it when he was with the Suns. They didn't win it, but he was really good for a team that went to the finals. But, like, if he's a max player on your roster, are you building a title?
I don't know about that.
Right.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
And I think he's going to get max money or something close to that.
From somebody else, right? Because, I mean, Brooklyn's got wings on wings. So would they let him go? You guys think?
I don't know. Kyle brought up a good point yesterday. If they just traded Kevin Durant for him, so you'd probably want to retain things that you just got rid of.
Then Mikal Bridges, though.
Yeah, but they all. I mean, they got Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. You should want to retain everything.
Max money's tough.
I don't know if he'll get max, but
I said max.
Yeah, he'll get. Who knows?
He's
like 20 plus. 20
I would say
plus
15
million
to 20 is probably what I would expect for Cam.
Quick thought. This is going. I think Kuzma's been a very big. Kyle Kuzma has been a very.
Is he a free agent?
Yeah, he's a free agent. I like Kuz. It depends what his valuation is. Like he's somebody who can score for sure. It's probably a little bit of takes more shots than you would want him to, but he's also a great rebounder. I think I'd be willing to listen to it. He's somebody who can create his own shot. We saw that was an issue for the Kings, that only De'Aaron and Malik were able to create their shots in that series. And
is he defensive liability is the question, I guess.
Everybody on this Kings team is. At least he provides some real length. He's a legit 6'9", 6'10".
He's better than Harrison Barnes.
Well, he'd be a shot maker.
He's
a shot maker
absolutely,
that you need down the stretch. Yeah.
Right. And the Kings were already terrible at defense. I don't know if they could get much worse.
You want to stick around for one more segment?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Frankie's going to come back on the other side. Covers the Kings for SactownSports.com. We're going to continue this conversation. We'll pick this up. Free agents to be for the Kings. Who's coming back? Who's not? Free agents that are out there. Who could they bring in? We're discussing all of that right here on Sactown Sports.